Jimmy?
It wouldn't be yeah, I got it. I know it's on. I can see it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can see it now. It wouldn't be a stream and a start without just a little bit of technical difficulties. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roanoke College. We are live for the third annual 540 Unrivaled Process Exposure Combine and Player Development Camp, looking to bring exclusive content and exclusive coverage to some of the brightest athletes and the brightest talents in the 540. Out on this track right now, you can look at a bunch of men that are hungry to compete. You can look at a bunch of young men that are hungry to make a difference, a bunch of young men that are hungry to take a step in their game. When you're searching for program changers, when you're searching for difference makers, when you're searching for guys that know how to put in the work for it all to pay off, search no farther than the 540 and the bright talent that comes out of the high school football scene here in this region. Today we have some very special things planned as we work together with Process Exposure to capture all of content, to get mass exposure throughout all of these talented athletes in this region, including a live stream that will happen throughout the entire day on both our website at www.fantomsports.net and all of our and our YouTube at Fantom Sportsnet. You can also find a bulk of our content on all your major social media platforms at Fantom Sportsnet, because that's where a lot of things will be surfaced throughout the day. So make sure you don't miss a single thing. Make sure you give those accounts a follow and keep an eye on this region and all the action that's going to happen here. I'm joined beside me. Patrick, alongside Jackson, is out in the field right now. But our goal is to bring the best content, the best coverage, and the best exposure here to Roanoke College, and throughout the day show all of you what these men out here are looking to do, and that is compete. Right now, they are currently doing some measurables. They're starting the drills up. It looks like we've got the vertical,
Yep, vertical and broad jump
happening.
Trying to give y'all a view, but
in a minute, we're going to get a camera out. We'll take the mobile camera out, and we'll kind of give more of a view. That way that all of you all can see. But I just want to give a special thank you to a couple of people real quick for putting this camp on. Big special thank you for Unrivaled 540 Director Mr. Jermaine Johnson and Process Exposure founder Coach Kurt Peterson for teaming up together to putting on a camp that is directed for pure exposure for these athletes around this region. Not a lot of the times is it the opportunity that you're able to cover and spotlight a group of athletes like this and assure that all of them get that exposure.
Right.
But with their ideas, with their partnership, and what Unrivaled Process Exposure is doing here in the 540, they are making that happen. So big shout out to Unrivaled 540, Mr. Jermaine Johnson, the director, Coach Kurt Peterson, for coming together, their entire team, putting on something like this, because it's very, very special. If you see down at the bottom of the screen, it also says that there's some breaking news. Unrivaled 540 will become the host site and the official testing site of Southwestern Virginia. So this camp is cementing its place here in this region as they look to continue their spotlight for these young athletes, paving their way to that next level. I'm super excited for all the stuff that's happening out here at Roanoke College today. Special thank you to Roanoke College and its athletic facility and departments for allowing the usage of these facilities for this camp. It's very, very big to be able to come to a facility like this here at a college locally in Salem, Virginia. Give these guys somewhere to practice, somewhere to put on their skills, somewhere to showcase what they've got going on. So special thank you to them. Also special thank you to anyone that has contributed, anyone that has worked together to make this camp happen. If you've put work in on the side, donated your time and any other resources that you have had, throughout this past month to make this all happen. Special thank you to you. As we look forward to continuing this content, to continuing this coverage, what is going to happen is we're going to start taking the mobile cam out. We're going to start talking a little bit more. You might see me disappear from this home booth just for a second to get out in the field. And we are going to expand this camp coverage, camp content. So if you all are watching, make sure you share it along, get as many eyes as we possibly can. Coaches that are watching, keep your eyes out for the program changers because they are going to be all over your screen today. And we are going to look forward to bringing you some of the best content and best exposure from the 3rd annual 540 Unrivaled Combine and Player Development Camp here at Roanoke College. The future is bright and it is all for the region, and that is exactly what we're going to do here today, spotlight the region at its best. So if you all hold on with us, we are going to take a trip out in the field, contact some other people, get some more contact, and we will see you all just shortly. right, and we are back here at the home club. I'm going to slide in, get in the camera view. As you can see beside me, I am joined by the director of the 540 Unrivaled Combine and Player Development Camp, Mr. Jermaine Johnson. Mr. Johnson, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, Tyler. Doing very well. I see a lot of these young men out here competing, trying to get better. So it's a good day for me.
We talked about that a little bit earlier, is the amount of athletes looking out here to take that next step in their development and grow their game. How does that happen with a camp like this at Unrivaled 540?
Well, you got to look at what we have here. We have Zyback here. We have the cream of the crop. We have some of the best coaches in Virginia right now, guiding these young men and letting them know that's already been in there where they're trying to go. So we just want to stress to them to take the opportunity that's given to them and allow these coaches to coach them up, allow Zyback to use their system that's nationally rated to put these kids on a level that they're trying to be on.
For sure, and that's probably one of the biggest pieces of advice is for these athletes to just go out and take as much as they can from a camp like this to be able to pull that exposure and be able to get some of, like you mentioned, the top equipment from Zydeck, input from some of the best coaches in Virginia. That is very, very crucial in the process of development. So what has the process been like setting up this? I mean, we're the third annual, 3 years in a row now, looking to continue it on. Can you take me along the journey from the start to where we are now?
Well, this started with a vision of me just looking at Southwestern Virginia and looking and seeing that 3 years ago that we were not being recognized for the athletes that we do have here in the community. So I wanted to take and have a platform for some of the athletes in this area to be able to showcase their talent, and it has progressed each year. You spoke about on Twitter about some of the athletes that we have had come through here. We've had quite a few young men that have went D1, and that is only going to continue to build, So where I see us starting, the vision of me being at home and where we're at now, we have taken great leaps. Like you said, you see these kids out here right now, they're competing, they want it. We don't know which one is the next D1 star that's out there, but it starts right here. And by us at 540 Unrivaled giving them an opportunity to be able to showcase those talents, that's where it starts at.
Exactly, starts at home. And he mentioned some of those D1 athletes that took that next step that started right here in the Unrivaled 540 process and combine development camp. If you look right there below me on that ticker, the scrolling ticker, there's a part that says 540 Unrivaled at the next level, featuring some of the names that took that next level jump, like Moritz Schmoranzer, who is playing for Pitt, Josh Clark, who will be playing for Virginia Tech, Peyton Lewis, who will be playing for Tennessee, Kendall Howard playing for Wake Forest, and the list goes on and on and on. There's a track record of taking kids from this area, from the 540, getting that exposure and getting them to where their next destination is. And that's exactly what makes something like this so special. I'm not going to hold your time too much here, but I do want to ask you one more thing.
Sure.
Or I'll have two more things, but one more thing right here, and that's one of the most important, is what are you most excited for today? What are you looking forward to most?
Well, what I'm looking for is to see the drive of these young men. I want to see what their why is. Why you're out here doing this. How hard do you want it? You know my slogan, hard work pays off. So my thing is I want to see which one of these kids is putting in that hard work so we can look at and say, in the next few months, hey, this kid was at 540 Unrivaled. Now he's got a bunch of offers. So that's what I'm looking for, the hard work. Because I know that hard work will always pay off. So that's what I'm looking for.
For sure. Hard work is key, and that's what we're all looking for. Everyone at home watching right now, whether it's family, friends, coaches, hard work is going to be displayed here constant for the past month plus getting ready for this camp. So I want to end things off with giving some thank yous. Any shout outs, any thank yous that you want to deliver here?
Well, thank you for the platform. Yeah, first of all, I want to thank Roanoke College for allowing us to be able to have it here, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do this year after year. You spoke of my team. I want to thank them. Coach P, Mike Hamler, Shannon, KC, Braden, Coach Martin, yourself. It's just so many, but most of all, I want to thank these parents for allowing these parents to bring these kids out here. A shout out to every parent that's out there. I know sometimes you may feel like that you're not appreciated, but 5-4 Unrivaled appreciate you. So mainly that, I want to give a shout out to every kid that's really trying to make it to that next level. One thing I want you to take with you today is that hard work pays off. And as long as you continue to work, it's going to pay off.
Exactly. Continue to work, continue to grow, and eventually it will all pay off, like we have already seen throughout the years of the 540 Unrivaled camp. Mr. Johnson, once again, thank you for everything you do for this region. Thank you for allowing us to be able to spotlight these guys. And we are looking forward to having one great day.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you. good. As you can see, we are back here at the home hub. I am joined by none other than Process Exposure founder, Mr. Coach Kirk Peterson. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm living the dream, man. It's so amazing to be here again for year 3, and just looking at the development of so many young people. We got some 28s I've encountered here, all the way up to some seniors, and they're having a great time this year. We have the new Roman football staff here, head coach Coach Stein, and it's just amazing, man. And then the work you do with Fantom is just unrivaled.
Yes, sir, unrivaled. What does it mean when you were in the process of creating Process Exposure and with the idea of being able to maximize that personalized individual exposure for these athletes? What all went into that? Where was your goal with creating Process Exposure in these Unrivaled camps?
Okay, it started right as COVID came around. Historically, we work with kids, and every head coach that I was coaching for always did development. Like, football season never stopped. And then COVID hit, it just transferred into getting into 7-on-7 and off-season player development, not just for the kids at the school that I may have been coaching at, but maybe kids that were at schools that I coached at previously, or friends of friends, and basically just an open door type policy. You want to come out, get developed, have a good time, be safe, and get yourself recruitable, being fundamentally sound for the program that you're going to play for in the fall. That's how Unrivaled came around in 2021. We've just added ever since. Many kids that come through the doors are still playing in college right now, and that's the print, that's the signature that you want to be a part of.
Getting to that next level, being able to punch that ticket in a career that these young men have worked so hard for, from the time that they're little playing in the rec ball, how important is a camp like this for them?
That's a great question. Listen, we have Mike Monson, the founder, CEO, creator of Zybex Sports. Anyone who doesn't know that, please look at the last 10, 11 NFL combines. Mike is there. He's here. He's the one actually doing the test. He's certifying the numbers. That gives players the ability to be part of the SAT. When you say SAT, you think of the test you take, like the ACT. No. The registered trademark is with Zybex Sports. The SAT, the Standardized Athletic Athlete Test. And that's what you get here. Like, players that have been here 1, 2, 3 years, they can see their growth path. They can validate whoever their trainer is. Is it working? Is it paying dividends for them? Because the numbers don't lie. And it's all verified. I mean, he has systems all across the country at great universities. He told me he just put one in the UConn. And that's what these young people are getting today for free. For free. No strings attached. Come here, get some player development after the combine piece. We're going to have a camp. So this is just, again, all right. You got Fantom here, getting this information out to people. It's like they're treated balls in the hood. If no one hears the ball, then it makes sense. So we're trying to just be that sound, that catalyst for all these players here to get them projected, to help them with their recruiting through exposure.
Love every single second of that. Advice, if you're looking at these kids out here, or even at anyone that's possibly watching at home saying, I want to be Unrivaled next year, I've got to get to this camp. What's your advice for all these people at this camp, how to get here, what your goals should be when it comes to camp season?
Absolutely. As you look at camps, not just Unrivaled, Unrivaled 5, make sure there's value to you. Are you communicating with someone before you get in? Yep, we have walk-ups, but it's free. Those that get in contact before, we actually watch their film, we give them some exposure as far as their academics, social media training. So it's a whole slew of things that you get with the brand. But the camp is an opportunity for you to, one, get developed after you've been doing training at your home school, training whatever you have. Get out there and be prepared to compete. You can't overcamp. That's a mistake I see a lot of times. They'll overcamp. And
advice, take that, write it down, and make sure that you all follow it, whether you're already out at camps or you're someone looking to take that next step and get to camps. That's what you've got to go by. That is the book of practically hard work, if you will. How to be unrivaled, take those steps, and you can make it happen. I'm not going to hold you up too much more longer, but I do have a couple more questions. What are you looking forward to the most today?
I'm looking forward to most today is one, get through the camp with no dings or injuries or anything like that. Players to walk away with something they didn't have before. Because every day, you're going to wake up, you're either going to get better, you're going to get worse, you're not going to stay the same. I don't want one player, parent, coach that's here to come in and not walk away with something else in their personal backpack. With the exposure with Unrivaled, we call it the IEP, individual exposure plan. You should pick up something today that you can apply to the next camp you're going to go to, the next workout that you're going to do. Anything to events with the recruiting process, which is main to spade right now. There's so much, so many unknown factors where kids and parents just need guidance. So hopefully they leave one with a great opportunity and a great understanding of this is what I didn't know going into this 5-4 camp number 3, and this is how I'm going to apply what I learned, as well as having a great time and get some verified numbers that they'll be able to send to as many college coaches as they want.
Sir, creating those opportunities is the big key, and I know that you all have been working very hard yourself, Mr. Johnson, your entire team at Unrivaled to process exposure to be able to create opportunities like that with this camp. I want to end things off with giving you the opportunity to give any shout-outs, any thank yous to anyone that has helped make this all possible.
Absolutely. Well, I have to start off with Jermaine. He's the director of 540, bringing us down to this area, and this is like home now, year 3. Obviously all the coaches here, Coach Hall is here for year 2 or 3, here helping out with the O-line and D-line. We got Coach Martin, who coaches with me back at Flint Hill in Oakland, Virginia. I got Coach Howard Smith here, who also coaches with me there. John Gardner, who works with the youth back there. Alan is here, coaches the youth. Coach Wells, who used to be a head coach at Division 6 level at Osborne Park. He's here helping out. I'd like to give a big shout out to you and your staff. The countless hours that you put in to help us broadcast this platform to help 80, 90 kids we have here today that hopefully have a life-changing experience. It's something that will help them refine and calibrate the trajectory of their own IEP, their individual exposure plan, through a process. A lot of times people don't know what to do, so that's the biggest thing for today. And last but not least, players, participants, and parents that took time on Sunday to come out here to Roanoke College. And then Roanoke College. Oh goodness, how can I get that without thanking Roanoke College? Football staff running talk, head coach Dine. He's been amazing. He rolled out the red carpet for us for the last 3 years. So I'd just like to thank everybody that's been a part, directly and indirectly, with Unrivaled since 2021. We're going to keep chopping and we're going to be in the service to as many people as possible, for as little as possible, mostly free.
Yes, sir. Exclusive exposure for the region. And we thank you so much for your time and allowing us to be able to do this and put that spotlight on these athletes. We're looking forward to seeing Unrivaled continue the success here in the 540. We're looking forward to continuing the hard work and competition out here throughout the day.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Fantom.
Oh, yeah, we can get a picture of that if you'd like. Sweet.
Good stuff, man. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we are back here at the Home Hub with another interview. I was directed towards this man's way as he is shocking the numbers out on these combine drills so far. His name is none other than Caleb West, quarterback from Flint Hill. How are you doing today, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So you're out here looking to grow your skills, looking to develop at the 540 Unrivaled Combine and Player Development Camp. What does it mean to get out to a camp like this?
I mean, a camp like this just shows that you're going to be coachable. I mean, half these coaches I've never seen before, and you got to college guys, they got to see that you can be coached by multiple people. Because college girls, not all colleges or coaches are going to say that your whole career. So you just got to show that you're coachable.
Exactly. That is a big key in any process of life, really, is being able to show that you are coachable and be able to adapt from input and criticism from anyone around. Caleb, you're looking to grow your skills. How exactly have you done so throughout this past year heading into this next?
So this past year, I mean, last year I transferred schools to Fantom, so that was a big thing in my step. And I met some coaches, met some players that, off season there is no off season really. We're always out on the field grinding. We're all playing different sports, trying to get faster, stronger, just get ready, be more athletic for that upcoming season.
Sure. We're going to take that next step, looking to grow. Who has helped you along this way? Who do you give your credit to?
Well, I give my parents a lot of the credit because, they make sacrifices every day. I give Coach P some credit because, coming to his school, he taught all this game and I've seen all of it. He puts me out in the reach with all these college coaches and tells me this is where I am today.
Sure. Shout out to the coaches and the parents and everyone else that helps each athlete be able to take that next step and continue their journey as they please. Now, I'm looking through here, and you mentioned transferring schools, and obviously that's a pretty big challenge. Change of scenery, you've got to be able to adapt and adjust. How are you able to take challenges like that and work against them to make them the best for you?
We had 4 quarterbacks going into my this first year at Flint Hill, and it was challenging spot trying to get that QB1 spot, and you just grow with that quarterback group. You just all grew together. We had great quarterbacks in there, and we all came so much closer. We all wanted each other to get the spot. So going into it, we were always out there working with extra receivers before break on 2-a-days, extra time on 2-a-days. We're just always trying to be out there motivating each other, hyping each other up, teaching each other if we need to be taught.
So facing the challenges directly and taking the most out of them that you possibly can. We're talking about the exposure and talking about taking that next step into your career when you're looking at colleges. Currently, right now, what does the college process look like for you? Are you in talks with anyone?
So right now, I've been in talks recently with the University of Pitt. I've been talking to the University of Maine, Rhode Island. Those are the main 3 that have been on my list recently because we've just had such a good relationship talking with those coaches. So.
Awesome. So so you've got schools looking your way. You're looking to continue to prove that you can pick up even more along the way as you continue to grow your skills. How are you going to sell yourself to these programs, to these coaches? Why should you be considered that next program champion?
My physical, I'm 6'7", 220. I'm bigger than most quarterbacks, which is always a good thing. To just separate myself from everybody else. But I'm also such a coachable player. As in, 4 years of my old school, I had 2 brand new coaches my freshman sophomore year before I transferred. And just being able to be coachable, learning new offenses back to back years is never an easy thing to do. So going into it, I've been very coachable, trying to make the greatest connection I can with all my coaches, and it'll show that I care about football, but I also care about school. And school is always the most important part. So.
Very, very valuable skill set whether it comes to on the field or off the field. Caleb West here, quarterback of Flint Hill, knows how to take control of what's in front of him to make the best out of it. I'm going to wrap it up here. Won't keep you too much longer. I want to throw in a fun one. What do you do on your free time? I know you like to spend time on the field throwing the ball, but what do you enjoy doing off the field?
Hanging out with my family. We just moved houses, so helping them do whatever they need to do. My house and play some video games. So
some family and video games. Sounds like the perfect escape away from the field. Caleb, I want to thank you once again for your time. I'm looking forward to seeing your growth as you continue to take that next step into your career. So good luck and go out there and compete today. Yes, sir. And that was Caleb West, quarterback of Flint Hill, joining us here from the home hub. We're starting to wrap some things up, continuing some coverage with the mobile cam, with the tripod cam, throwing out some interviews. You're going to see me pop off and on here and there throughout this, and I'm going to give an idea of what comes next. So until that next interview happens, you won't see me here, but what you will see is some exclusive content and exclusive spotlight of what we've got going on right now. Remember, Fantom Sports Network presenting Unrivaled 540 Combine and Player Development Camp live from Roanoke College, streaming on both our website and our YouTube at Fantom Sports Net. You can find us on all your favorite social media sites at Fantom Sports Net, where we are going to be publishing content throughout the day. And you can continue to grow, continue to take that next step, and continue to get exclusive content and exposure from this camp. I'm having fun so far. We got Jackson joining the booth. How are things?
Dude, I love the camaraderie, just having the different players interact. The level of athleticism is high here today. You might have heard me a couple times on camera be like, wow, the jumpers are out today, because I mean, you can see they're going to the roof, they're jumping wide. These athletes are out here today, and I'm loving what I'm seeing so far today. Everybody's really excited, really pumped up. And Coach Stein spraying earlier, really get these kids pumped up in the morning. And man, it's been a great day so far. We can't wait to get outside. I think everybody's just biting at the bit to get out there and start going.
Jackson, he mentioned Coach Stein Spring, the new head football coach of the new debuting Roanoke College football program that will be coming here to Salem later this fall. It's been big growth for Roanoke College and their football program as they look to take that next step. Some really, really great hires, as we mentioned, Coach Steinspring, Coach Giancola, Coach Farrick. They are building a squad that is for this region, if you will, and I'm excited, super excited to see what the Maroons have in store for the football landscape of Division III and keeping all of this homegrown local talent here in the 540. When we talk about exposure, when we talk about taking that next step, it's opportunities like Roanoke College that you can chase. I understand Division I is like the goal that's sold, and that's the dream for a lot of these athletes. But what I want you all at home watching, or if anybody that goes back and watches this, remember, Division I isn't the only option you have. And honestly, any other option is just as valuable as that Division I offer. All right? Division II, Division III. Take those offers not with a grain of salt, but take them with your full hand and stick them in your back pocket and be appreciative of what you are receiving. Because there's only one way to take that next step, and that's by being humble and being appreciative of where you've gone to get to this process. So sell yourself in the right direction, but also never, ever, ever think you're better than anything that is handed to you. Take your opportunities, make the most out of them. Hard work pays off. That is the key. So as I said, we're wrapping up. As you see, it looks like some the athletes are heading outside. We're going to get this off of the home hub. We're going to continue to show some of these final testing, and we're going to probably wrap this stream up for right now. I think we're going to prepare to transfer outdoors. So if you're watching, prepare for the stream to end, prepare for it to restart and be posted back up, because we've got a whole nother process coming your way in just a very short amount of time. So once again, we're out here at Roanoke College. The competition is high, and they are looking ready to grow and continue to taking that next step. My name's Tyler Smith. This is Jackson Garst with the Fantom Sports Network, providing exclusive content, exclusive exposure, and showing that hard work pays off. We will see you all here shortly. The future is bright for the region. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for watching, for supporting these athletes.